Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Grid and Grind podcast. My name is Justin. Across from me is Jacob. I guess he's that way. There's Jacob, and then down below us is Ryan, like normal, hanging out in the basement. Um, Thanks for everybody who's been watching. I had a ton of views kind of for the podcast over the first couple weeks. We're trying out a little bit of a different format this week with just doing 2 shows, just seeing what that does. So if you guys like the 2 show format, make sure you let us know. Leave us a comment. Head over to the Team 53 Discord. Should be linked in the description below this video. We also do a lot of iRacing custom setups as well as driver coaching available on our Discord. So if you're in iRacing and you're looking to get better, eNASCAR, short tracks, road course, whatever it might be, hit us up there and we will get you going in the right direction. And then if you do need to improve any of your sim racing gear, head over to our friends at Impel Motorsports, as well as stopping by team53racing.com. We've got a lot of sim racing stuff at both places, some stuff that we 3D print in-house as well. So head on over there. So let's get going. How you guys doing this week?
Pretty good. Instead
Good.
of being the trainer, I am the trainee this week, going through a couple training courses. But past that, it's another day in paradise.
There you go, Downey.
It's good. Mix of going to Capaldi's and giving people some packages.
There you
Time out.
go. It's it's been a week for me. Just a lot of stuff going on. Trying to get Dad's house ready to get sold and all that stuff. So just nice little mix, and then also getting ready for this weekend, so that we can hopefully go racing with Sydney Laxton Racing. You can grab merch and apparel at team53racing.com as well if you want to help a 13-year-old girl continue her racing career. So Jacob, you're coming up here this weekend.
We're going to try it again. Last week got rained out. This week looking pretty sunny.
Is that what the weather looks like? Is sunny?
I checked it a couple days ago and it looks sunny.
All right, it's still
It's probably
showing
changed.
sunny and 78 on Saturday in good old Elkhart Lake.
Ooh.
So it might be a little steamy at the track.
That's all right.
You'll be all right. We'll put the
Yeah.
tent up. You won't even know the sun's out.
It ain't nothing like some Illinois heat.
Yeah, that is very true. We don't have quite as bad a corn heat as what you guys have. But then you also get like not only do you get the corn sweat, but then you're like 10 degrees warmer than me, so it's just disgusting.
Yeah. We
Don't,
very rarely live at the right around the 100 mark with 100% humidity.
yeah, Donnie doesn't know what Midwest corn sweat is like. I mean, you get a
No, but
little.
I have southeast heat.
No,
Oh, I have
it's
southeast
different.
heat.
Oh, the corn.
Oh,
Listen, you give me some corn, we'll talk about that.
You go down
You're
the road,
about
there's
as bad
people
as the
growing
dry
corn.
heat people.
Yeah,
Dry heat.
it's 120 degrees, but don't worry, it's a dry heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's still hot.
yeah, uh-huh. So we got racing this weekend. I'm just hoping for a clean weekend. We can kind of finish up this weekend. Next weekend's the last weekend, and then we're done until April, unless
Ooh.
somebody out there watching wants to send a good chunk of change for us to go find somewhere to race this off season, this winter. Which we're not opposed to that, but been an interesting week on the channel. A lot of stuff going on. We had Monday show dropped, and then we have all of the week 2 learn to drive videos for iRacing that are on there. Short track, eNASCAR, just the C fixed, and ARCA. Week 3 should be done tomorrow. Well, I guess when people are watching this, it would be done that day. So Friday. We're taping on Thursday for those who are wondering. But we've had a little mix of 3D print streams going on the
Mm-hmm.
channel. So if you're kind of looking for something fun to watch during the day, head on over to the Team 53 YouTube page. Occasionally, Jacob, when he's 3D printing stuff, will live stream it. Good way to burn a few hours. But Jacob, what do we have on the old printer this week?
Well, we were in the pumpkin patch this week.
Okay.
We printed quite a few pumpkins. Printed a poop shoot collection bucket. With our printer, every time it changes filament, it poops the little bit of the old filament out to purge in the new filament.
All right.
And so we had a little collection bucket printed up for that. Next week, I don't know. We'll see what we can find.
What are we? Any clues as to what they can look forward to, or
Yeah, I don't know. We might find some Halloween themed prints to do up. I
so
don't know.
the pumpkins that you did this week too? Those were out of it
Mm.
was a wood filament, right?
Yeah, it was a light wood filament. It was a kind of two experiments. I wanted to try the light wood filament, and there was also Hobby Lobby filament. So it went pretty good. Pretty decent quality. Readily available. I think that was the big part to it, is that I could just go down to the store here
Right.
in town and pick it up. Price was kind of in the middle. I think it was 18, $19 a roll, something like that. We typically buy ours for 14. So it was right in the middle price wise, but we just wanted to see what it was like. Try it out.
Well, and the nice part too is with this new 3D printer, we've got the bamboo. What was it? Bamboo,
Bamboo X1 carbon.
the X1 carbon. So upgrading from the Ender 3 KE.
Ender 3 KE,
Yeah,
yes.
so it's been a big
Ender,
upgrade.
yeah.
Just a few things that you brought up, the Micron sunshaded protector, you could definitely see the difference in print quality.
Hmm.
Definitely a lot less lines and everything. So it'll be interesting to see how well those all hold up compared to how it did coming out of the Ender 3. But
Yeah. Yeah, I think the big thing that we did was we increased quality, and then we increased our ability with multiple colors. And I
yeah,
know we do have a couple fun things coming up, which is probably going to lead you into one of your next subjects, which is our league that we're going to get into. We're going to
yep.
print up some trophies for them, and it'll be pretty good. We got some good things playing there.
Yeah, and I think too, like we said, being able to offer things back to the sim racing community, things that they might not have been able to do previously, or we might not have seen, I think is probably one of the coolest things about us having the 3D printer.
Hmm.
So if there's anybody with an iRacing league out there, send us a message. We're happy to talk about capabilities and what we can kind of do for you guys. But um, yeah, I mean, we can kind of blend right over to the 007 Custom Gaming PC's iRacing update. Not a whole lot to talk about this week in the world of iRacing. We had a hot patch today, which Donny, I think you said primarily UI stuff, and then
Yeah.
the Indy Lights car got AI, right?
Yes. Yep.
So,
Okay.
And the biggest other takeaway was, and I don't know what it was like beforehand, but I think with the Dark Horse Mustang GT4 coming into play, they had two traction controls, a TC lat and TC long, and a lot of the other cars, especially your GTP cars, they had them labeled one and two,
yep.
and iRacing went through a lot of those and labeled them lat and long.
Oh,
Hmm.
all right.
Yep. So I think they were waiting for something like this before they are like, well, let's go through and change them all to be relatively what they actually are,
Right.
instead of just one and two. So
Makes sense.
yeah.
Like we kind of said too, week two setups are out for Team 53. So if you guys are looking for those setups, I know weekend warriors maybe. Week three stuff should hopefully be out or be in the process of being out while you guys are watching this. And then the Team 53 Dark Horse Challenge, which we alluded to, Donny kind of talked about that a little bit too with the changes in iRacing today. Just minor changes. Nothing really doesn't sound like that messes up feel, but if you did want to sign up for the Dark Horse Dash, you can sign up in the Team 53 Discord, linked in the description below. Season 1 is free, fixed setup, so you don't have to worry about having a separate setup. The sessions are set up in a way so that you should get plenty of practice before them to really kind
Hmm.
of get a good feel for the track. And it's Sunday mornings, just a bunch of guys just trying to have a little
To
bit of
really
fun.
relax. If
Yeah,
you want to, you can go out there. The entire season is already posted. The setup is not going to change throughout the entire season. So if you wanted to, you could theoretically go out there and start practicing now for week 8. Um, I mean, if you really wanted to, or you could show up morning of, use your 45 minutes of practice, and go from there.
right. Donny, have you gotten any feedback from anyone that's driven kind of the GT4s as to how the dark horse that we're making has gotten there yet, or is that kind of
I've not heard anything.
all right?
Everyone at Capaldi's under the Assetto Corsa wraps.
Oh,
So yeah. So
did they use one of their
uh
cars for AC, or is it
no,
just
so they scanned, so the BTM Sim Shop or something like that scanned another Dark Horse R
Okay.
and did some of that stuff, and then I think actually this week, or whatever, they were in talks with them about what they've got for data, what Capaldi's got for data, and stuff like that. So
Okay.
now a lot of their stuff are going into there as paint schemes and all that.
Okay.
So I tried to get out of when the Dark Horse R was coming to iRacing. He said all the data's sent to iRacing. Nothing's been scanned as of yet, but
All right. That's fair. I mean, we'll
only
keep doing it
one
with
can hope.
right. We'll keep doing it with the GT4 until we get the real thing.
Yeah,
So
it'll be cool to
Mhm.
have that thing for it to be the legit car. Because I mean,
right.
I've messed with
Yeah.
it. I've messed with it on Assetto Corsa, and it's wild. The
Okay.
GT4 kind of tames it a little bit, but all the back end moving around that we thought we were getting Jacob earlier this week.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
more. I mean, it's more power to it, so
I think that's one of the things we determined. We got the weight pretty well spot on, but we're
yeah.
about 50 horsepower short, which we can't add horsepower in iRacing. We can only take away.
They don't let you do
Um,
the 105 horsepower anymore.
Mm-mm.
no,
Oh,
was that
shoot.
a
It's
thing?
just
I feel like it was.
Yeah.
It could
you
just
might
be my old
be
brain
right.
too. I don't know.
I feel like we did that one time a while ago. I don't remember on what though, but
Yeah, I feel like it was like a super late model race, maybe a late model stock. I feel like you could, but
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know.
who knows with the physics models that we're on now. So, how many people we got signed up for Dark Horse Dash, Jacob, so far? Like 10?
I think we're looking at about 15
Wow.
because we picked up a couple people that were already in the Discord, a couple of new people. So we're looking at about 15, 16.
Okay. And I'm thinking about having maybe Sydney and I split some races. I think it'd be good for, if nothing else, put her out back where she's not going to be a liability for anyone and just kind of let her go from
Yeah,
there.
let her get some experience.
Absolutely.
Because
Um,
how much has she driven on your sim, Justin?
it's been years since she really spent any time on here, and then it was mostly like just keep it between the lines and don't hit the wall. At Daytona, like those types of things. She really
Gotcha.
hasn't gotten into throttle, pedal, brake, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gotcha.
we'll get there. You know,
Ooh.
it's one of those. Is Bush making an appearance?
I think so. I heard him.
Uh-oh, I don't see him.
Oh, where you at?
Oh, there he
There we
is.
go. Hey, that
Yeah,
spoke him into existence.
there it
Hey.
is. It's like Beetlejuice. You say his name 3 times, he'll show up.
Nope. I was
Woo!
gonna bring him on screen like we had earlier, but
No worries.
we don't
Uh,
want to. He'll probably make another appearance at some point.
I'm sure he will. So, from one road course to another, let's talk about what's on TV this week, presented by our friends at Overdrive Racing Oils and Lubricants. They are an independent AMSOIL dealer. Every time you buy oil from them, it comes back, it helps us out. Use the link in the description below. That way, we get credit for it, and it helps keep all of our setup content and everything free on the channel. But then also, it helps kind of keep us on track all week. So, we've got Franz Hermann, Max Verstappen making his Nürburgring debut this weekend
That oh,
No,
in
he's
the
already done his
GT3.
Nürburgring
three.
debut.
There you
Yes.
He
go.
did a GT4 with 120 less horsepower and managed to hold his own. And now he's going to step up into the GT3 since he has uh,
Which hasn't
obtained his license.
he already tested around there though? He just
Yeah,
hasn't
he
been able
holds
to
the
race.
unofficial record in a
Yes, holds
GT3
the
for
unofficial
there.
record. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so
So,
he'll hold the record this weekend. Got
so
it.
do we take Max or are we taking the field? Like, what's our feeling here?
How are these races formatted? I know they're two. Because trying to follow it the
yeah.
last time was confusing. And I don't know if it was just Max being confusing because I'm pretty sure he ran two different cars to obtain it all in one weekend.
No, he just ran the
So
one car and he got it from both because he's got a
mm-mm.
Formula One.
He ran another. He was supposed to run another car, and the car broke down. I think he just had to get out of pits or some. There was some talk of
No,
that.
no, I watched it. He never got in a car. The second day it was
Oh yeah.
raining and they told him he didn't need to.
Yeah, he didn't have to
Okay,
run
so
both days. He obtained it with the one race that he did.
Correct.
I'm looking here. I'm trying to find a weekend schedule. Do.
well, like, are they? I'm assuming it's co-drivers and all that.
Well, that's what I'm looking for. It's very vague. Not
It's
much
a
information.
4-hour
Here it
race
is. 4-hour race.
partnered
So
with Chris Lulham in the GT3 Pro class. The
which Chris
schedule,
Alolam
yep,
already runs GT3. Max discovered Chris Alolam on one of the sims
okay,
and kind of took him under his wing with the Verstappen.com deal, Team Redline,
yep,
and has kind of, I don't want to say paid for his ride, but has definitely offered quite a bit of support to Chris Alolam for um, his dreams and aspirations.
right.
Yeah, I mean,
But
if
yes,
So
it's
4-hour
good and
race with
Max
Chris
wants you,
Alolam.
I'm
So I think,
seeing a schedule for the day, the 27th. Would that be Saturday? Yep, Saturday.
yep.
Qualifying starts at 8:30 local time. Formation lap is at
Oh,
11.
8:30 for you? Local or
Their
8:30 local to
local time.
Dom?
Yeah, their local time.
Gotcha.
Formation lap at 11:42. Race start time at noon and race finish at 4. So I think 6-hour difference for them to Central Time Zone, 5-6 hours, should get you kind of a rough idea. Wake up early morning, enjoy on motorsport.tv, I believe, has the coverage of it this
So
weekend.
I also found free on YouTube.
Yep.
The race YouTube channel appears to be doing a Max Verstappen GT3 Nürburgring debut. Um, if you are Central Standard Time, you are looking at 4:30 a.m.
Yeah, that sounds about
is when
right.
this kicks off. Yeah.
so
So
you guys will catch the end of it Saturday morning.
Uh,
already
we'll
23
be
people waiting.
we'll be getting ready to get on the road. We'll be getting on the road about that time.
Yeah,
It
I'll have
feels
the thing
like.
on in the truck.
What
Why
are you
not?
talking about?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it'll be fun. So, are we taking Max or are we taking the field?
Oh,
Field.
we're taking Max. You got to take Max. No, no, don't
Donnie's
do
taking the
that.
field?
Don't do that.
I'll take field.
Now, are
How
you
much you got on
taking?
the field?
Not
How
pulling
much
this
money?
again.
Are
How
you?
much money you put on the field?
Well,
How confident are you?
clearly not enough because I had to pay another quarter at McDonald's out of
Oh
Yeah.
boy,
pocket.
uh,
you should have gone to Culver's,
Oh,
at
I'm
Cottage
paying you what
Grove.
paying you whatever's in my cup holder.
you you would be insane to take the field. There would need to be an act from God to derail this team from finishing first.
So I've never watched this Chris guy. Is he pretty good?
I would
I,
say he's
I mean,
he's definitely pretty
He's
good.
got Max behind him.
Yes. And if I
So
had to guess, Max is probably going to get a majority of the drive time. Um, but I mean, there's definitely going to be a lot of prep work that goes into it. And it's going to be interesting to see how they do, how they finish, the dynamic. Um, I mean, we kind of talk about this off the podcast. Like, what is Max trying to achieve out of this?
Right.
Because he started Verstappen.com, Team Redline. Now they've gone from sim racing to real cars. Is Max potentially looking at kind of getting out of the F1 world? Like, yeah, that's the top. Yeah, he's won championships there. But is he looking at kind of getting out of that and getting into the sports car world?
I think some of the public statements that he's made about heading into you know GT3s and stuff like that definitely plays a part in it.
Hmm.
But you look at it and like this weekend, for example, they've got Ford. It sounds like the Mustang GT3 is pretty good. Last time out, they won. The team that won with them is bringing two GT3s to the track this weekend, so they've got that. And then there's a fourth car in SR9 or SP9, which is what Max is running in the class with the a Porsche 911. So I mean, it could be a little bit more of a battle than what we really think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. one thing to kind of to add to that, I know I mentioned the race YouTube channel. You also have the official Nürburgring channel.
That's where
I
I've
just
seen it
typed
from.
in NLS Nürburgring and it popped up. It's all in German. I'm gonna be
Right.
honest, I'm not very good at pronunciating German, so but they do have the race broadcast there with a couple more onboard cameras.
There you go.
So
Well, when you get done watching Max go around Nürburgring, you can head over to Flow Racing this weekend and watch the Valley Star 300 at Martinsville. I think that's going to be the big one in the asphalt pavement world if you're not watching NASCAR this weekend. Would we say, Donnie, 70 plus cars signed up?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
70 plus cars signed up. It's going to take place, looks like all Saturday. So we've got
Practice tomorrow.
Friday night is qualifying. Yep.
Yes,
Qualifying
that
tomorrow night.
qualifying should be on Flow.
Correct. Yep, that's what they're saying. 8 Eastern time Friday night, so 7 Central. And then they are going to do 4 25-lap heat races that'll be broadcast Saturday afternoon at 2:45, 1:45 for those in the Central time zone, with the 200-lap feature starting at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Um, just kind of some names that in the iRacing world you may or may not know. You've got Landon Pembledon, you've got Cade Brown, um, Dylan Ward, I think he's on there a little bit, Tristan McKee.
Trevor Ward.
Yep,
Or who won it 2 years ago? Was it Dylan?
I think it was Trevor. Cody
Yes,
Kelly's
Dylan's
running.
the other brother.
Carson Lofton, who's been racing primarily modifieds this year, right?
Nope, he's running car store. He's
Has he?
he's in the
Okay,
Nelson.
that's right.
Yep.
I'm just kind of going through this entry list here a little bit. Ryan Matthews, former iRacer. Parker Eatman was on iRacing for a little while. Here's Trevor Ward.
Kelly, wasn't Kelly as an iRacer?
Yep, one of the Kelly
Yes.
Kelly,
brothers.
yeah.
And then you've got
That's your favorite, Jacob, isn't it?
the original 10K, I believe, on 9K on Asphalt Oval. Ty Majeski is running in a Chad Bryant late model stock, which we've seen him run before a few
It's been a while
times.
though, hasn't it?
It has been a while since he's run. And then Jacob, the one time you won a Sarah Contender race and you beat Daniel Silvestri, he's racing in this weekend's race as well. So I
Flag
know.
to flag. Was that
Silva
125 laps to
Yeah.
South
125
Boston?
yes. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
I remember that race.
flag to flag. They had
So
nothing on the old Team 53 late model
I
Monte
mean,
Carlo.
yeah,
That was
that was the Monte
relatively
Carlo SS sticker.
fresh. That was fresh off the streets too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think
When
he.
we
I know. I think he had put in a lot of practice on that set because
well,
Oh, yeah, it was
I
a
mean,
lot.
I
no, I meant fresh off the streets of when we found you. But no,
oh
it was a while after. I think
no,
we had
because we were here by
yeah,
ourselves,
we
so
were
it'd have been a
here.
little bit.
Yeah. No, I remember that night. I couldn't figure it out. You're like, oh, I'm changing gear. I think you went to third gear, something like that.
Oh yeah,
And I
You know,
blew my rear tires off and was in chat, and all I heard was, "Well, flag to flag, boys."
flag to flag.
I think it's one of those things where when you start out front, it's a little bit easier. You know, Martinsville, this race typically produces a pretty good race, but
It does space out though.
yeah,
You accordion a little bit. You'll bunch up
yes.
entry and then space out by exit.
And then the end of the race is always a little bit of a show. I don't know,
Mhm.
you know.
The heats are more entertaining than I think the end of the feature race.
Yeah, and usually, Heat 1 is usually pretty calm. Heat 2, it starts to pick up. Heat 3 is an absolute show. And then Heat 4 is usually like, all right, well, we got that out of our system. Let's just get through this
Yeah.
type deal, I feel like, which,
Yes.
you know, it brings a little bit of that weekly short track vibe to a big track. But I've always kind of wondered why doesn't Martinsville open up and run more of these types of races over the course of the year?
I think it would take away from this race.
Yeah, but you could do a road to the Valley Star, right? and you could run, maybe 4 races, one a month, one every other month or whatever, and just kind of build up to it. I know you've got the Virginia Triple Crown where you bring in South Boston and Langley with Martinsville, but just kind of you look at the big NASCAR tracks and certainly the short tracks where they've invested a ton of money in them and they sit empty for, you know, 11 months out of the year. It's
Well,
just
I think this race used to be at Richmond years ago, or they used to run late model stocks at Richmond.
they had used to have Denny Hamlin had his little deal.
Hmm.
But this is, I think, the 30th year of them running this race.
There, I know they had run late model stocks have run at Richmond before in the
Yeah,
past.
Denny Hamlin, I think it was like 2013 or so, had the short track showdown that he did, but I think that was just a
Okay.
one-off
Oh, was it?
deal.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. And I think Denny might have even won that if I go back and look. Denny
Yeah,
Hamlin
but you got to
short.
think, other than Wilkesboro, Martinsville, what other short tracks on the Cup schedule do you have around here?
What do you mean? Sorry, I was
Like
yawning there.
to do anything like, I mean, they sit around all year. To do something like this, you don't have any big options. They tried Bristol. Well, not they did, but you used to
Bristol
have the
is
short track
too
nationals or
fast. Yeah,
whatever. Exactly.
it's too fast. It's too
You've
much
got
load on the cars.
no other options around here
But yeah, I mean, you
other
could.
than Wilkesboro.
And
But
you look at what they're doing at Wilkesboro, and they're just not running Wilkesboro once a year, right? They're creating an
correct.
entire week at the end of the season where it's kind of the
Hmm.
Cars Tour short track world championship feel to it. And then
Hmm.
you've got earlier in the year with NASCAR's All-Star race. Like, why couldn't you take something and run at Martinsville? Create, like you think of the big races like around here. So you got the Slinger Nationals, even the Oxford 250 out in the Northeast, um, Snowball Derby down in Pensacola. They all run kind of, I'm going to call them feeder races throughout the year. Um, with the Blizzard Series at Snowball, with the Prelude to the Nationals at Slinger, and then you've got and weekly racing, I guess too. But Oxford has their kind of 5 race schedule leading to the Oxford 250. But it just gives guys time to work on their stuff and kind of gets bodies into track. And is this just going to continue to be a one-off, or is that maybe something that in the future we could see? Um, could you put Legends cars around Martinsville?
Oh,
I think it's too
oh,
long.
The
Too
straightaways you
long
think
of
are
a
too
oh,
long?
that could be a wind
yes.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what else would you pair with it? Hobby stocks, compact touring series, you know?
Eh, I think the problem is those pits are packed.
Is
Like,
it
I mean,
just size
You'd
wise?
have to
It's
move.
yeah, because I was gonna
A
say,
lot
all
of
right,
shuffling.
why don't you put tour mods that same weekend? We own tour mods instead of them being what, the Thursday before Martinsville. I think this past year they were the week before. And you could do something like that, but they now thinking about the pits of the last couple of years,
that's true. I mean, could you do like
like
an Eldora situation where Eldora will do like their infield pit and then they have the overflow out back?
there's the only overflow per se. You got to think you're in the mountains of Virginia. It's
Right.
super hill. Um,
The RV
where
parking.
it's all uphills, downhills, all of
Okay,
that.
too far away. All right.
Yeah. I mean, even out of the gate in turn four, like that opens up,
Yeah.
it's on a hill about like this.
Okay.
So as soon as you come out there, you're right on a hill. I'm trying to find a picture because I know I've got one of what the infield looks like at Martinsville that weekend. It's
I mean, I've
it's
seen
packed.
it on TV. It always looks busy, but I just wasn't sure what kind of space there was outside of the track to be able to accommodate extra cars, or if it's something that they just kind of have to figure things out with that. But while
I guess we
Donnie's
don't have
scrolling
pictures of it.
through, trying to find from the weekend. Are you going at all this weekend, Donnie? You have anybody?
No.
Anthony's not running. I didn't see him on the list.
No.
Okay.
I
There's
mean,
Bush.
I don't know how good of a picture it is, but I mean,
It's a little
it's
blurry, but
packed.
it's a lot of people
I've
in
seen
there,
worse.
right?
I thought I
Jefferson
had videos, but
Speedway
I guess I
pits.
don't.
All right. Well, Donnie, you got
So
any
I got.
ideas on winners for the weekend?
Tom Majeski.
Are you taking that just
Mm.
because that's the only name you recognize, Jacob?
Daniel Sylvester. I beat him. He can beat Tom.
All right.
He's run decent a handful of years now.
I mean, do we think Peyton Sellers, is he ripe for another win?
Probably.
You thinking Peyton?
Is Looney running? I only briefly looked through the list. Usually him or Looney are
No, I mean,
your typical favorites.
yeah,
I'll
Mike
go
Looney is
Sellers.
running. Peyton
I'll go Sellers.
Sellers. Majeski, I think, is always hot, but he hasn't been in a late model stock for a while. I think that might be the only hold up there, at least not publicly in a late model stock. Um, you've got Tristan McKee has been pretty hot lately, but it's a big race and he's pretty young. And I mean, I just don't know kind of the pressure. Tristan's run ARCA, he's done some Trans Am stuff, kind of where he's at with that. Cade Brown usually runs pretty well in the 4 car when he can run. Um, but yeah, Looney. Max Reeves is making a start in a Toyota for this one, so that's he's a Gibbs
He's
development
the
driver.
Gibbs
He
ARCA
has
driver. Yep.
family owns Cookout, I believe.
Yes.
So that piece is going to be really good. You don't see some big names that you don't see is going to be anyone from Kevin Harvick Incorporated on the entry list for it. They don't
Why
have
do
a
you think that
car.
is?
That's interesting. I was just kind of scrolling through it, and I'm like, I don't see them there. JRM has Caden Quapple, and they also have Connor Hall in it.
80. Yep.
But I don't know, maybe it's the recent loss of crew chief Rodney Childers to Junior Motorsports that is kind of throwing things off for the KHI
Oh,
bunch.
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to it.
I think he turned that into a segue.
Yeah, I was trying. I was
That's
hoping you
why I
guys would
started
pick it
digging.
up.
Are
But
we done with
Jacob
Rodney,
didn't pick it up.
let's talk about it, right? Rodney Childers headed to Junior Motorsports for 2026, and we were talking about Quapple, his older brother, runs for JRM in the Xfinity Series full time this year. In the announcement that JRM sent out, Rodney Childers is a crew chief of the 1 car with a ride split between Carson Quapple and Connor Zilisch.
A lot of question marks here.
And then we're going to
I
add
know
on.
what they put out, but there's a lot of question marks.
And one of the question marks I think, Jacob, too, that I have is what does this mean for JRM? You had Junior at a Brandt event in Springfield, Illinois, asked point blank if the 40 car was going to come back out, right, Jacob?
Yep.
And his words were, "It will be out of mothballs soon."
Yep. He said it'll be out of the mothballs soon.
So
that was his response to us. So
I mean, and you've heard, Donnie, you've kind of shared with us too the rumors of Quapple potentially with a Penske deal, maybe in the mix.
So he was, and I've heard this from multiple people in the sport. He was signed. He was at Penske, signed the contract. It was done deal, all of that. And then now, as of late, there have been a lot of trembling and rumors with something with Penske Inspire for an Xfinity car. That fell through. And then once that came to wind of that falling through, so did him to Penske falling through. So I don't know if it would have been a loan deal or.
Yeah, but if he signed
here's
the
my
deal,
question. You got a Chevy Ford here, okay?
Yep.
So you mentioned Spire and Penske, which is Spire Chevy. Penske's Ford. So how does that come? Because Penske can't
Spire's not
sign
tier 1.
anybody.
Yeah.
Well, Penske can't sign anybody if they want a development driver because who are they going to? Who's their Xfinity car? There's what, two Fords that
AM
run?
Racing. That's where they're going to
Yeah.
send him.
Yeah, yeah. You're going to
Or
send them there
Haas.
so they can finish
Yep.
30th, and Haas is tied up.
It,
Haas
So
is going to Chevy.
and
yeah.
Haas is going to Chevy. So,
Sieg's your only
but
other option. But
and
But that's a Haas car.
yeah,
I mentioned this prior to the show. How do you have Bob Pockers come out, confirm the Spire Penske, and you know that he doesn't put anything out unless he's 95% sure. And then a mere few hours later, JRM released their statement that is in some secretive code mentioning a split of two cars. We know Quaffle isn't running out of money. We know Connor is going full-time racing next year. You have the 9 car that doesn't have anybody in it. Is it the
well,
9?
nine's
Well, the
nine's been
88
their
doesn't
all
have anybody in it.
nine's
The
been their
9
all
car doesn't
star.
have anybody in it.
Exclude
Well,
the 9 car. The 88 has no one in it next year.
which
Okay, the 88.
I
Yeah.
think that's being held for Daniel Suarez if he wants it. I mean, let's call it what it is.
I just don't know. Do you put Daniel in there who is,
He's
I
got
mean, let's be
money.
honest. He has money, but let's be honest. He's not in a development stage. So is he just going to run around
Neither
there and
neither
wait for
was
another
John Hunter
ride?
Nemechek. Went to front row, ran 30th all year, went back down to trucks, then worked his way back up, and probably was in
Uh,
a better position. Well, I guess you can't. That's like comparing apples to oranges because
I would compare Daniel
old car.
Suarez more to like a Justin Allgaier situation, right? It's a guy who's been in the Cup Series, had a little bit of success. I mean, Allgaier definitely not as much success in the Cup Series, I think, than what he would really want. But is it a situation of Allgaier? Let's be honest, he's not getting any younger, and he's made mention to the fact that when he retires, he wants to move back to Springfield. He wants to take over the family business if he's not already
mhm.
operating it a little bit more. Um, so could it be JRM starting to kind of look at having that cornerstone driver that,
Another gatekeeper?
yeah, that can take the young drivers who's
Yeah.
been in the Cup Series and can say, this is what you need to do, this is how you act, this is what you do in these situations, and can kind of build those drivers up. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. Can a 4-car team afford 2 gatekeepers? And
who says it has
this
to be
is
4
the
cars?
4. Yeah, I mean, I guess you got Hendrick going full-time next year in Xfinity.
Do you got Hendrick going full time in Xfinity? You could go to 5 JRM cars. It's not outside the possibility.
Um, I don't know. It doesn't add up. Numbers ain't mathing.
But I mean, like I said, though, getting back to the Quapple train. I mean, what? And clearly we don't know. You know, we've kind of floated this idea about putting Zilich in the one, Quapple in the one, and letting the two of them kind of run for an owners championship. That it gives you a little bit better opportunity. Um,
Mhm.
you know, there's certainly an open car at the 7. At Spire, it sounds like, you know, is Quapple. Donnie, you talked about the Penske to Spire thing. I mean, what if it's a Quapple to the 7 car type situation?
And he's just on loan.
Right, and they're
Well,
running.
wasn't Zane or no, Zane was Trackhouse, wasn't he?
He was
When
on a
he
full
went to
Trackhouse
Spire?
contract, yes, when he
Okay,
went
never mind.
to
Never
Spire.
mind. Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean, I don't really know what it means. It'll be interesting to see here over the next couple weeks what all comes out. Certainly, there's probably people in the industry that know what's going on, and we're just mere darfs trying to talk about it. So, otherwise, racing this weekend's pretty light.
Mhm.
Lucas Oil Dirt Late Models at Brownstown. Dirt Vision has World of Outlaws at Millstream and Sharon, so they must be taking their Ohio swing. Um, Going through that. We've got ARCA at Kansas on Friday night. Xfinity Series at Kansas Saturday afternoonish, I think, evening.
I think so, yeah. Saturday
Um,
afternoon.
I've got betting odds. I don't know what time the race starts, so you get what you pay for. Zilich plus 200,
4
Allgaier
o'clock
plus
on
285.
CW.
There it is, which you can find on the CW app. if you don't have cable at home or access to
Or
a
a
streaming
3
login.
p.m. for Xfinity.
Yeah, 4 Eastern,
You're
3
late
Central.
to the party there.
He was already looking it up.
Oh,
But you got Zillage
what's the
plus
cup race?
200. I have no
2
idea.
o'clock.
Use
Oh.
Central Time.
So they're going head to
There
head
you
with the
go.
NFL, starting it in the middle of NFL first
Who's
early
That's what we
games.
do.
Hey,
And they're complaining about the numbers.
yeah.
We're smart.
Well, all the ratings came out and from New Hampshire, and
They were not
whether it's
good.
Adam,
Hey,
whether it's
here's a great
well,
idea. Let's run the race at 9 a.m.
And that was probably the best watched race of the weekend too. Based on those
close, huh?
numbers. It was
I
not
mean,
a good weekend.
I had a thought about it, but I guess you can't with all their fucking all their streaming deals and all of that. But if they made
Our
an
first one. We've been 5 episodes in.
Donnie's only been here for 4 of them,
That's
so
right.
we'll
Yeah,
put the
well,
dollar in the swear jar. Now I got to do
uh,
editing too and try and figure out how to mute that out. So, 1.2 million for New Hampshire race, down from 1.79 million for a race that was at Kansas
whoa.
last year. So pretty substantial decline for the Cup Series. Most people are just saying it's head to head with the NFL. Like, good luck. Um,
yeah.
it is what it is. I'm trying to look at Xfinity Series and see if we can find that anywhere. ESPN drew 1.1 million viewers for the Baku, which is a record for that, and they've seen increases in 16 of 17. So, I mean, this is kind of the crux of it, right? A .7 rating for NASCAR and 1.29 million versus 1.1 million for F1. So you still, even with NASCAR's viewership slide, you still have NASCAR with better viewership than F1 currently. But F1, the nice part is, like, I mean, we've hopped on and we were watching it on, Sydney and I were watching it on our drive to the track on Sunday. You know, had it on in the truck, going over the speakers, and we could listen to it on the way to the track. And then once we were at the track, I mean, we were busy racing when the Cup race was on, and the Packer game, the few pits that I was around at the track, everyone that had a TV or that had somebody sitting around on their cell phone watching was watching the Green Bay Packers. Which, I mean, if you watch that game, it probably would have been better to watch the Cup race, but it's just tough.
Go Pack, go.
Yeah, yeah, they're calling it shockwaves through the TV viewership with F1 almost matching NASCAR. Um, you
I
know
mean, it's a
what?
pretty horrendous track to try and match. I mean, Baku is not a good race to watch.
Xfinity Series.
Neither is New Hampshire with this car.
Yeah, Xfinity
You
Series
take
looks
that
like
back.
over a
That was a
million
decent
viewers.
race. They
I'm
were
not
running
saying it wasn't.
they were running so hard they were hitting the inside wall out of turn 2.
For the Cup race?
No, only Brad
Yeah,
did.
they were
That's
going
it.
Yeah.
wide.
It was only Brad.
See, I
Well,
didn't watch any of this. I saw some highlights and stuff, but
you didn't watch Brad hit the inside wall?
I saw that. I think one of you guys sent me a TikTok or an Instagram or
Yeah,
something of that.
you know,
So,
that wall hasn't moved in years. He managed to find
right.
it.
So Cup race this weekend.
Bam.
Kyle Larson's the favorite, plus 375. Denny Hamlin 575. William Byron 700. Blaney, can he make it 2 in a row? 750. And then you've got the Gibbs 2311 trio of Christopher Bell, plus 900. Tyler Reddick 1,000, and Chase Briscoe 1,400 to kind of round out your betting odds. So Jacob, what are you thinking? 2311 or Hendrick? Which route do you want to
Chase
go?
Elliott.
Chase Elliott. That'd be a 1,500. So
No, more than likely it's going to be. My bet is either it's going to be Hendrick or it's going to be a Toyota.
ooh.
Going out on a limb there.
You don't think Blaney's going to two-peat?
No.
No.
No, but have you seen? I saw this earlier. Blaney's final or the round of 8, the last 2 years.
No.
second, first, second, both years.
All right, there you go. So don't pick Ryan Blaney this week.
No,
Yeah.
right him off the next after the Roval.
There it is.
This is a banked track, and we know that Penske is only good at flat tracks.
Right,
So
flat 1 mile-ish,
yeah,
Yep.
flat 1 mile-ish, yes.
or tracks that the series hasn't run on in 30 years or in a long
Yes.
time. Yeah.
Or if they do a tire test there.
Yeah. Yep.
Or if it's fuel mileage, because they managed to put another 5 gallons in their cars.
Ooh.
Uh,
They
no,
learned
that
that
was
from the
Briscoe
endurance
at
world.
Pocono.
But yeah, I'm not sure who I want to pick. Kyle Larson
Byron. I'm going
at a
Byron, I
plus
think.
375 is interesting to me. I feel like that's kind of a sucker bet, just because Kyle really has not done anything since May. In anything, he hasn't done anything, and that's coming from a Kyle Larson fan. Donnie, you rock the Ryan Blaney, and then Jacob,
Yes,
you're
sir.
kind of your cousin Chase, right?
Chase sexual.
There you go.
You know, I was gonna say it, but I figured, we're gonna have to bleep
I'll
this
claim it.
out.
Yeah.
Chase
No,
sexual.
that we won't. We don't need to do that one. But
I was gonna call him the Chase Sexual, but
so, the 2311 cars, they're always really good at Kansas. I feel like though the field is starting to pick up what they were doing, and they're not going to be quite as dominant. William Byron, that one to me is probably where I would put my money.
yeah.
Is old Willie B.
I
But
don't hate Briscoe either, but I think it's honestly gonna be between Hamlin or Byron.
Yeah, if I had to place money, Bell's looking kind of interesting.
see Bell at plus
Uh,
900.
yeah.
All right.
Just risky enough. I feel like with the odds games, they really kind of lure you in with the first few,
Right.
and then the actual is about fifth way down. So yeah, I'm gonna go Christopher Bell.
I mean, Kyle Larson really hasn't. Donnie, a little sleepy boy there.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Larson hasn't really shown me enough to warrant
So, and I
375.
just closed that tab out. Hold on. Let me pull
Rookie
this up.
mistake. Absolute rookie.
Okay. So here you go. Who won Kansas in the
Ryan.
spring?
I'm holding. Who won Kansas in the spring, Ryan? Why don't you tell
Ryan,
us?
who won Kansas in the spring?
Yeah.
Guy sitting plus 375.
Yeah, but okay, that was
That
Kansas
was
in
in
the
the
spring.
spring.
Hold on.
Correct.
Was that
But
race before or after the Indy 500?
that is before.
There you go.
But
There
now,
it is.
I'm looking at the rest of his year. I mean, he's got a second, he's got a fourth, he's got a fifth.
Kyle Larson can't fight his way
He's
out of a
got
wet paper bag.
then
Put
he's
Audrey
got
in the car. Put Aubrey in the
37th
car.
at Charlotte, a 36th at Mexico, a 35th at Sonoma,
It's been
28th
rough.
Iowa, 39. It's either he's in the 30s or he's in top 15.
Which is,
And
I
honestly,
mean,
it's been top 10, other than Atlanta and
the
Chicago
the
Street as the
checkers
two
are
outliers.
the checkers or renters mentality, checkers or wreckers mentality is exactly what NASCAR wants right now. This format, it gives into checkers or wreckers. You either win
Mhm.
and you're good for 3 races, or you wreck. And then when you get
The
to
worst.
Phoenix, then when you get to Phoenix, it's put it all on the line, leave it all on the track, and what happens happens. And I feel like that's kind of the format that we're in. And it sounds like too on I don't know if you guys have been on Twitter at all today, but there's a big push right now to go back to a full 36 race schedule.
I think the biggest thing that they're trying to anyone or majority of the fans will be happy to get away from, regardless of what it is, get rid of the one race championship.
Well, and Dale Jr. on the Dale Jr. download with Robin Pemberton, I think it was this week. He kind of laid it out that, and I was thinking about this as I'm listening to it. Dale said that with the current format, if your driver in June blows an engine and has a bad points day, it doesn't matter because they're already locked into the chase. So Kyle
Mm-hmm.
Larson can go run the Indy 500 and then do absolutely terrible for the rest of the summer and figure it out when fall starts. Like every race doesn't have that playoff mentality, that sudden death mentality, right? to where if we screw up in April, it might hurt us in November. And I think that's part of it. Part of the attendance drop off with fans watching is it just the races don't mean anything.
Yes.
Um,
And you
I'm
still end up with those big moments. I believe it was last year.
Right.
Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson, the regular season championship was determined by a single point,
Right.
one position. So if you were to put that at the last race, you're literally looking at just a one position. And
I'm
it's not,
trying to
the last
find.
race, you might as well just put the four of them out there and have them go race. I
Absolutely.
mean, I don't, I don't know.
I'm trying to find.
I mean, they
Give me
basically
one.
do, though, as Donnie's trying to find things for the 17th time in the show. But, I mean, they basically do
Uh,
put those four cars out there together, because they're so cheated up
yeah.
that nobody else is there unless you've got Penske
Yeah.
who accidentally cheated up another car and can run, you know,
I mean,
buffer.
they're built side by side. They might have got
Right.
confused.
Yeah.
Built side by side. They're all built in the same building.
Well, side by
That's
side. If
side
yeah,
by
yeah,
side, buddy.
yeah, on the
Which,
floor, side by
well,
side, next to each other.
the Wood
Like
Brothers.
here's one, here's the other.
It's a good thing you're cute, Ryan.
Like when their doors open, they hit.
Oh yeah, they're touching. Yeah,
Like when their toolbox will roll
yeah.
Hold
into
on,
each
time
other.
out.
Oh, there it
Can we
is.
just talk about Jacob saying their doors are open?
Yeah, well,
It's metaphoric,
they're
not
Oh,
open,
literal.
really?
Because we
open,
all know that
closed
cup cars
doors,
aren't actual stock cars because they
closed
don't have
doors.
doors.
Well, then how come they
Whoa,
treat
there's a
yours
hot
with door
take.
handles
Oh,
Yeah, they do have door handle stickers.
on them?
nice
It's
headlights. Do they work?
it's just a
No.
Tesla in the winter. The door handle doesn't work. Don't worry about it. But
Donnie, what did you find? What valuable research are you going to add?
yeah.
I was trying to find the full season points, but I could not.
Okay,
No
don't
one.
hit
Oh,
me. No, stop.
Winston points.
Don't hit me with full season points because if the format was full season points, they wouldn't race this way. So it's irrelevant.
Donnie, what are the Winston points, please?
Yeah, can you give me the Winston Cup points? What if we, took him and put him in the
But that's a
F1
full
points?
season.
What's my F1 points? Where am I sitting at if we had Formula One's point status?
You want Mario Kart points too? While we're at it?
Absolutely. Yes. Tell me the banana peel. How many coins do we have? But no,
Would you guys like to know the Winston Cup points?
no,
No.
Christopher Bell
yep.
up front. 6 points behind Chase Briscoe, 71 points behind Chase Elliott.
Now is this
William Byron, 115. Ryan Blaney, 132.
Is this the Winston Cup points where you get 5 points for leading a lap plus 5 points for leading the most laps, or are
This
we?
is the Winston Cup points. I
All
don't
right.
know what Winston Cup points. I'm
It's
looking
just-
at the 2025 NASCAR Winston
God,
Cup
I'm
Series
old.
standings.
It's just these are the moments when I realize I'm really old when I can remember multiple variations of it. So, um, Donnie, what else you got for us? Anything good? Bush is taking a
I don't
nap
think
behind
so.
you. He's looking like a good boy. Not like the other day when he made his appearance on the show.
No, he's snoozing in the window.
There it is.
I guess there was nothing good outside.
Jacob,
if
you
you
got
wanted to
anything
look up.
F1 by Winston Cup points or anything like that going on?
No.
All right.
I'll tell you what, next week we're going to let a couple stories develop and then we're going to start talking about supercars again.
Ooh.
Australian supercars. So their silly season is really kicking off.
All right. Nice little teaser for next week's episodes. Um,
Yeah.
Couple notes here for us. We want to welcome to the Grid and Grind podcast our friends Eric and Russ, who are going to be helping us out with kind of some of the social media shorts and things of that nature that you guys might see, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, um, TikTok, all over the place. We quickly realized, I think the three of us, and I certainly did, that we needed some help. And finding things in that, Russ and Eric, we've known Russ, Jacob, you've known Russ for what, 15 years?
15 years, yep.
Yeah, and Eric's been a ride or die for us for the last 4 years, 3, 4 years that we've known Eric. So if you see some content, some shorts, you think it's funny and it's a laugh, they're the ones that are finding those clippable moments for us. So just wanted to push that out there. And then really, it should be a pretty quiet weekend for us. We should be back. I'm thinking Monday next week. We should be good to be back. I might have a conflict, so it might not be till Tuesday now that I'm thinking. But if we can get on right away in the morning, maybe we can get it recorded.
Monday morning early, I will be around.
Okay.
Afternoon till late Tuesday night. I will not be home.
Okay. Maybe we'll shoot for early morning Monday, depending on what everybody's schedule is. We'll work that out though off the show. Um, yeah. So I don't really have anything else. You guys got anything?
No.
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, if you guys are still watching, make sure you like, subscribe, join the Team 53 Discord. You can send us your interesting stories, things that you might have, stuff that you want us to talk about, things that you liked about today. You can do that there. You can also listen to us on Spotify if you want to. You can subscribe to the show on there. You'll get those. Other than that, visit our friends, Overdrive Racing Oils and Lubricants, 007 Custom Gaming PCs. We didn't talk about that much today, but if you're looking for a new gaming PC, hit up Jacob. He can get you squared away. He's not going to oversell you on a PC that maybe has things in it that you don't need. Too much video card for your CPU, too much CPU for your video card. It's a nice balancing line there. Our friends at Impel Motorsports, and then head over to team53racing.com. And don't forget to stop by our channel during the week, during the days. We're trying to stream some of our 3D printing. Just hop in, give it a like, give it a share, give it a thumbs up, whatever it might be. Leave a comment. Just let us know you're watching, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.